Hey guys, I want to take a second and thank Comfort Pro. Since 2001, Comfort Pro has been helping customers stay comfortable where they live, work, and play. They have 24/7 emergency service and a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. If you need help with your heating and air conditioning or indoor air quality, call Comfort Pro at 484-917-1803. Mention the show and receive a free humidifier with the installation of a complete system. This is going to be a good one, Hugo.
The Brad Weisman Show. Real people, real life, and everything in between.
So what do your kids think of this?
Oh, they are so embarrassed.
In order to be unstoppable, you simply don't give up. You get knocked down, you get back up again.
Where curiosity opens the door to genuine connection.
Men really struggle with their emotions. They really struggle with even understanding what's going on.
Unfiltered conversations with the people shaping our world.
What kind of show is this?
And there's red quilted leather all over the walls. There's a swing hanging from the ceiling.
I don't sweat you.
And now, your host, Brad Weisman.
All right. This is going to be a little different. Hugo, you ready?
Yeah.
This is different. You know, this is one of those I got in touch with Hugo yesterday, and I said, we just got a call from a guy that's been on the show before. His name is Scott Teller, and he said, I have this guy flying in from out of town. You have to know who he is. His name's Kris Jenkins, right? And I go, no. I said, Scott, you do remember I'm not so good at sports, right? Or knowing anything about sports. And he goes, yeah, that's right, I did. And he's like, I can't believe it. He was in Villanova. He had the last shot. It was 4.7 seconds. He went through this whole thing. And I was like, it's not coming up in my mind. It's not happening. So I look him up, and it turns out this guy that we have in the studio today is unbelievable. He had a shot that just was at 4.7 seconds in the game, and it was tie, and he hit this shot, and it went through the hoop, and they won the game. Now, this is back in 2016, actually April 4th, 2016. We have him here in the studio, thanks to Scott Teller, and his name is Kris Jenkins, and he's probably one of the tallest people we've had in the studio. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thanks for having me out here with my guy, Scott.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like, I'm watching the videos of this after I found out about it. And everybody else I talked to was like, yeah, you didn't know who Kris Jenkins is? You don't know who Kris Jenkins is? So I felt like kind of an idiot. So this is good, I think, for somebody like me to talk to you, because this way I have no idea what happened. But now I do. And you know what was amazing? I looked up your name, and I saw at least 20 different ways that you could see the shot, that people were commenting on it, people crying when you hit it, like coaches that were hugging, and all the different things that I saw. And it all happened in that 4.7 second period. Tell me about that. I mean, tell me what that moment was like.
Yeah, man, it was well, first and foremost, just happy that we won.
Yeah.
In competition, that's really what you play for.
Did you think you were going to win?
I mean, of course. We didn't think that we would win at the buzzer.
Right.
We felt good about our game plan. We felt good about our team compared to their team and just our team on that run. So I just felt like we was in a good spot. So
Did you ever think that this was going to be a defining moment in your life?
The national championship in college is a defining moment in your life, but you just never know that it's going to come down to, the last play.
Yeah.
So it would have been nice for us to win by 10, 15 plus, but we'll take a game winner walk off too.
I think the way I think what's that?
History.
What's that?
The greatest shot in college basketball history.
It is. Like, everything that I saw about it online was like, this is like it.
Yeah.
This was it. I mean, there wasn't this shot is historical, period. And it just happened to be coming from your hands.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, we had blue. Like, if you kind of get a chance to go back and watch the game was kind of up and down. They went on a run to start the game. Then we closed it going into halftime. Then we were able to take a lead, have a comfortable lead. Then we blew the lead. And that's kind of how they got back in the game. And then we were able to close it at the end. But yeah, it was just the last play. Like I said, I felt like we would have been cool winning by much more. It would have been better on our nerves. But for me personally, it's definitely helped me out a lot.
Yeah, your name is definitely in the Sports Hall of Fame somewhere. I mean, it definitely is. It was just cool to see. And I'm so glad that Scott mentioned your name and mentioned about you coming here. And I'm glad that, Hugo, we all kind of made it happen to get you in here before the championship game, which is coming up on April 6th. Which is coming up quick. Yeah. And it's kind of just, it was appropriate. It was the right time to do this. And I thank you, Scott, for thinking of me, of getting him in here. But
I had a lot of fun last time I was here.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
I had to have a good reason to come back.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, hopefully you'll come back more with friends. Yeah. We like when you come back with friends. Yeah. So let's dig into this now. So here's the other thing you think about it. At a moment like that, what if the ball didn't go in? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever think of that? Like, what would be where would your life go? What would be the difference, if it didn't go in?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of never think about that because, we would have had overtime had I not made it. So hopefully in our minds, we would have won in overtime and still won the game.
Either way, right.
I probably would have, knowing Philadelphia media, I probably would have took a little bit of heat for missing.
Yeah, right.
But if we
cars overturned and stuff, things burning in the streets.
But if we would have won
the
game in overtime, I felt like it wouldn't have been as bad as obviously if we would have lost. So
the thing was wild too. I know that right away there was a little question on did it make it in or did the ball leave your hands? Yeah. In time, because once it leaves your hands, it doesn't matter how long it takes to get there, right? So like 7 days later, if it goes in, it's fine, right? Yeah.
Right, as long as it goes off before that red buzzer. And it kind of just felt like a storybook ending. I made it, got it off in time, and then the confetti, everything kind of dropped.
Well, the confetti guy, there was something I saw too. The confetti guy should have gotten an award, they said, because it was like right on, man. It was like right on cue. He was sitting there with a button. He's just sitting there ready.
That guy raged. He hasn't had a better push since then. I tell you that.
This is so true. He's like the most famous confetti guy in the world. Oh my God, I love it. That's funny. So yeah, so what happens after that? Like, that's a big high, huge high. And what happened after that? What did you go on to do? Where did you go from there?
It's got to be the biggest party of all time, right?
Oh man, no question. I mean, we had the parade and all that stuff, obviously. And then I come back for my senior year.
Yeah.
And we have a great year that year as well.
Unbelievable.
32-5. I think we finished the season.
Oh, wow. So, so another great year.
Another great year. And then, I did some NBA G League stuff, played overseas, played a couple years professionally.
Yeah.
So, I had a great time, and I had a great run. I would have never thought my basketball career journey would have been what it was.
Yeah.
And I would have made the grounds that I did, but I mean, that's what hard work and sacrifice.
Was your dream NBA? I mean, was that what you
I feel like that's everyone's dream.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think, I was going to say, wouldn't it be, was never mine, just so you know.
No doubt.
Scott, I think you were going to go to the NBA, weren't you?
I was until I stood up.
That's funny.
They're like, stand up. He's like, I am standing. They're like, are you sure you're not on your knees? No, I'm standing.
My lack of height and my shooting talent just wasn't working.
But that's what got you Pauly.
I could act.
It got you Pauly.
I could act like a basketball player.
That's right.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You get the little acting skills. You could have been Pat Bev Jr. out there.
You write the script. I'll act.
Oh, my gosh. I love it. But no, yeah. So I mean, obviously that didn't happen. But you did do some professional ball. I mean, you definitely were out there. You did a lot.
No, yeah. I played in Europe. I was in Germany. I was able to do the DR, Venezuela. Yeah. I played basketball kind of all over in a way.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's no complaints. Obviously, the NBA is the goal, but you're not a failure if you don't get that. There's other avenues.
I was just going to say, somebody has a different life for you. You know what I'm saying? And I think whatever you're doing now, which we'll get into then too, is what you're supposed to be doing. I always feel where you are is where you're supposed to be. Absolutely. You can't look back and go, oh, if I would have, or I could have, or I should have, or maybe I wouldn't have done that. It's the same kind of thing. I think you just. It's cool. It's actually great. Yeah. You wouldn't be on the show if you would have done something different. Come on, that has to be worth it right there.
Scott, we would have made it happen.
I think so too. So let's talk about something that Scott didn't even know, which I think is kind of funny. That I knew something about sports after researching for 5 minutes that you didn't know was that your brother was in that same game. and obviously didn't win. I mean, how did that go over?
Yeah, so when I was about 10 or 11, I moved from South Carolina to Maryland.
Yeah.
My guardian family was the Britt family, and, Nate and I have been living together since, like I said, 10 or 11.
Wow.
So he goes on we go through high school, middle school, high school, we do all that stuff, and then he goes on to UNC Chapel Hill, and then I go to Villanova. And then our junior year, we end up meeting each other in the national championship.
Unbelievable.
Obviously, I'm
What are
I'm
the
happy
odds?
that we won, though. You know what I mean? I got to put that in there. Obviously, I'm definitely
That's
happy that
bragging
we
rights.
won.
That's amazing.
But then they came back and won it the next year.
Yes, I saw
So,
that too. Yeah, I saw that too. It was interesting too. There was one of the videos. I'm telling you, I watched a lot of videos. One of the videos had, and this I shouldn't laugh. It was your brother's expression on his face after you hit the ball in. It like zeroes in on his face. And like, oh, that didn't look good.
Yeah, nah, I mean, because he kind of one of the few people that just know,
Yeah.
like, get the ball in a certain area,
Yeah.
certain spot. It's like, man, he probably going to make that. So
Yeah.
he probably knew before anybody, kind of.
Yeah, it's wild. So who did you meet after that? What was the most, what doors did that open, or who did you meet, or what was like, holy crap, this is amazing? Or also with that, when did it hit you that you were all over the news and that everybody now knew who Kris Jenkins was? Hi, this is Brad Weisman. Come back here every Thursday at 7 p.m. to watch the Brad Weisman Show. We have new guests every single week, and we love having you as an audience. All right, we'll see you soon.
I think it probably hit me pretty fast.
Yeah.
I think the next morning, because obviously we have a good time. We party, enjoy ourselves. After
Absolutely.
So I think off of no sleep, I think the first interview I ever did as a national champion was Good Morning America.
Yeah, wow, that's huge.
That's a good one.
That's the biggest. It's one. That's pretty much one of the biggest.
So when I had that interview when it wasn't Coach Wright and it was me, that's when I kind of knew, like, all right, this could be a little different.
Wow. Yeah. Incredible. And did it change your friends? Did it change the people you knew? Did they treat you differently? Did any of that happen at those moments?
I mean, obviously you get people that come up and take pictures and want autographs and stuff, but
You mean like Susan? Just kidding, Susan. Just kidding.
No, we love Susan.
No, we do love
She
Susan.
held it down.
Always do. Yeah.
But I think just for the most part, man, I keep the same. I got the same group of friends I had since high
Good
school.
for you.
Everything's pretty much the same. I think it just showed me more of who I was, as opposed to like kind of just changing me or changing a lot of stuff around me.
Yeah.
Because I never really did anything crazy to begin with. So just basketball. Eagles
you
football.
seem like a pretty chill guy.
I spend
He
a
really
lot of time
does.
relaxed, man.
Yeah, like just walking in for just meeting you upstairs. You're very chill, very laid back. It seems like I could talk to you anywhere. Like I could like roll up somewhere at a bar or something like that and just start talking
That's
to you.
why we get along so well.
Yeah,
I know. That's
same with you and
my
I.
guy.
Yeah.
Bonding over Eagles football, we would have known
Is
that.
that-
we just
is that what
really good,
happened?
Great friends that
Yeah.
come from that.
Oh, that's cool. Well, Scott's good at that. He's good with the sports, and also he's easy to talk to. Also,
The
you know,
best.
he's like an open book as soon as you meet him, and that's really cool. And that's
My
very
guy,
cool.
Man. We have a lot of fun, man. We kick it, we talk, we have a lot of good times, man. Relax.
Good. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad
Remember
you
I
shared.
told
them.
you,
yeah.
keep your circle small.
Oh yeah,
legendary.
yeah, absolutely.
This is what I'm talking about.
So true. So true.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
Scott.
I have part of that in the book I'm writing. That's going to come out at the end of the year. Yeah, part of that's in there. Yeah, so let's go into some other stuff here. Oh, I asked my son this morning if there was a question. I just, for some reason, Carson's into basketball. And I said, buddy, what would you ask Kris Jenkins? What would be a question you would ask him? He's 10 years old. Mm-hmm. And he said, I don't know. And he goes, I don't think anything. Then he's watching a show this morning and he goes, you know what? He goes, Dad, ask him, what does he do to warm up for a game?
That's a good question.
It is a good question, right? And I think it's just coming from curiosity from him, like because he plays basketball and he loves basketball. He's just like, what do you do to warm up?
I mean, outside of like team stuff, you watch film or scout, talk about what you guys are going to do. I think, honestly, for the most part, man, I kind of just did whatever I wanted to do.
Stretching, maybe.
If I wanted to lay on the floor, like, you know what I'm saying? If I wanted to put this sock on over this one, like I kind of literally, whatever I was feeling in that moment, did whatever I wanted to do.
That's cool.
That pretty much just got me ready to play.
There you go. Ready to
Whatever you did right before you made that shot, Do that every day.
I was going to say that worked.
Yeah.
That definitely. If you could write that down for my son, that really worked. Yeah.
Whatever you ate that day, everything. Every day.
Yeah,
I honestly think
Was it Wheaties? I mean, what was it? You
No,
know?
but I'm saying I think things like that were able to happen just because I had a clear mind. Like nothing was clouding me. I wasn't too extremely focused on anything. The preparation was already put in. It was just time to go perform. So I was relaxed and just ready to go, just in the moment. So yeah, nothing too extra, just ready to go.
Because you rehearse. I mean, go ahead.
I asked Kris, actually on the ride over here, I said, bro, when that ball left your hand, did you know it was going in?
Oh, good question. Yeah, good point.
He said, of course I did.
Absolutely.
You did. You knew it. I just got chills. That was weird. That's you felt that.
Yeah, because when you rep something out and you just know how your body feels. You know, you've been doing this since you were a kid. You know, I've been shooting basketball since I was shooting with my mom in the driveway.
Wow.
So it being on the national championship stage, that was the only thing that changed. Just where we were doing it.
Well, you know, and it's a good point. It's a good point you brought that up, Scott. And it's like anything in life. Once it left your hands, nothing's affecting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Think about that. So the muscle memory that you have of knowing that when I put all of this together, this is how it feels. I know golfers do it all the time. They'll be like, I felt that. That went well because of the way they hit it, the sound of the ball, all of that. So the muscle memory was all going right when you did it, and you knew when it left your hands. Man, that all came together because nothing's changing in the air. Where it's going is where it's going.
My other question is like, you ever get in a zone?
Yeah,
Like, I'm sure you had to be in the zone, right? I want to know, did you see the crowd out there, or was it just you and the rim and the ball?
No, that's a great question.
That's a really good
I've
question.
never gotten that question before. I mean,
I'll leave if you want me to.
but obviously you see and you notice everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Because I took the ball out, so I kind of saw the whole play develop.
Yeah.
From the start to the finish. So I wouldn't necessarily say that you kind of just zone everybody out and it's just you, the ball, and the rim, but you're focused on your target and the task at hand, but you can kind of hear and still see everything going on as it's unfolding, but you've practiced and put the work in that it's kind of just like second nature.
Yeah, and that's what I think we forget, Scott. It's like when we're watching a game or anything, golf, whether it's game, golf, singing, doing any kind of performance or entertainment, whatever you're doing, all the work that's put in before that is where it comes from. You know what I mean? And that's what we don't see. Like we're sitting here going, you made that shot how many times in your life?
I mean, probably couldn't count that many
right,
times.
thousands
Wait
and
a minute,
thousands of times.
Didn't you make the same shot in high school too? Same thing.
Did you really?
Not from the same exact spot, but I did. I do
Same
have a couple.
results,
I do have a couple game winners. Like it wasn't just my first one.
So Kris invited me when he made his high school Hall of Fame.
That's awesome, dude. That's really
induction
cool.
ceremony. So I went.
Congratulations.
And it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And I had no idea that he did this in high school too.
Wow. So you found out that they were telling you the stories, right? You're like, what are you holding out on me? You're not telling me the whole story? Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
My high school career. I mean, I had a lot of good memories in high school. I grew up in the Maryland, D.C. area, so I went to Gonzaga College High School in Washington, D.C. Same high school as Caleb Williams.
Wow, yes. I know that name actually.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
So it was pretty dope, man. It was pretty dope.
That's neat. Yeah, it's the whole thing just blows my mind. And like I said, just to everything what's amazing is coming down to those 4.7 seconds. Our lives are so interesting that way. And that's what's really cool about it. So let's go into where you are today.
Yeah.
You're for one, obviously you're watching the games.
No question.
Okay. Do you share? Are you still a Villanova fan?
Yes, absolutely.
I figured. Yeah. I just had to ask. I mean, I know if something happened where they pissed you off, and now all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, screw them! I'm going to root for somebody else."
Nah, even if they did make me mad, it wouldn't be screw them, and even if it was, it wouldn't be for too long.
Yeah, he's too nice. He's really nice. Yeah, see, I'd be like, "Screw them!" No, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, so let's talk about you're doing some public speaking now. You're really kind of. There's a whole new phase of your life. Yeah. You're living in Orlando.
Yep,
okay, smart person, very smart person. Have you heard about our winter this year?
I was keeping up.
Yeah, it was not fun. Not fun at all. Believe me, Orlando was definitely the place to be. Although I heard you guys got cold though too down there.
It did get a little cold. I was a little upset.
Yeah.
Did you see the iguanas fall off?
Yeah, do they really?
They did fall out. Yeah,
he's from Guatemala, so he probably knows.
Iguanas? Yeah.
They actually will fall.
Yeah, they will get cold and
Too cold.
Oh my! Are they died? They dead?
No,
then?
they just pass. They just pass out for a little bit.
Wow.
I actually think I did too.
Scott, don't be up in the trees when it's cold. Okay, that's what the moral of the story is. No, but let's talk about your public speaking. Like, what? How did that come about? What are you doing? Tell us a little bit about that.
So it's crazy. I had always did speaking at camps and try to help the youth as much as I can, especially in this new NIL era.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with that.
I mean, I think the main goal is just to keep the kids focused on, look, you'll always make money if you're good.
Yeah.
So just make sure that you're good and then make the good decisions from there.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're getting a lot of money early. You can still make mistakes.
Absolutely.
So I think the biggest thing is just me letting them know and giving them the game just from my point of view. I feel like if anybody's the poster child for NIL.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
I read that too.
So it's just like just sharing and giving them as much information in game as I can to just better the next generation, because I had a lot of people that helped me along my journey.
Yeah.
So it's only right to just speak knowledge and give back.
So you're one that thinks NIL is good. You think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously players should have always been getting compensated for their talent.
I agree with that.
Anything other than that is obviously exploitation and being taken advantage of.
Totally agree with that.
But just like everything in America
goes too far.
There's a system that kind of needs to be in place now. Who controls and who regulates the system is kind of why they're in the situation they're in now.
Yeah. And I didn't really pay attention to it till it got into the news a little bit more, watching it, getting into politics and stuff like that. And I'm one that I don't like the control. I don't like control from anything. I just don't. I feel that we can always figure it out on our own. But there are times where if it is going to affect the quality of the schools or the quality of the students, or it's going to hurt the students in some way, then, then I guess there has to be some kind of regulation. But I'm a non-regulation guy. I don't like regulation, but you know about it more than I do. So I guess, but the thing is too, if the school's making money and the kid's not, that's a problem.
That's a big problem. And
it's a huge problem.
The school's making all the money and the coach who isn't playing.
Oh, and the coaches are making a ton of money.
Yeah, but the guys who are out there putting in all the hard labor and sacrificing kind of the most are getting,
and the thing too, the way I look at it with that, and I don't know, I know nothing about this. I know shit about. I don't know anything about this at all. Really, I don't. I'm just talking just from what I've seen so far. But my thing is this too: if you get injured before you get to the point where you're making big bucks in the NBA or NFL or whatever it is, okay, you're screwed. So why not make the money while you're in good shape and you're doing well?
Or if you just,
I might get hate mail for this.
But not even that. We don't even have to go the injury route. What if your peak value as a player
is right then?
Is in college?
Well, what
like you mean like your 4.7 second shot?
Yeah, I mean it would have been hard.
That was before NIL.
Yeah, that's what it is. It was before NIL.
But they're still using it and all that stuff now.
Dude, you're number one when you look up YouTube for amazing basketball shots. You're pretty much there.
We're working on that.
Can you imagine if he made that shot in today's game?
Oh yeah, it'd be unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean just the financial part of it.
Oh yeah, I know. It'd be incredible.
It's still going to be life changing. We're working on it. We're going to make it happen. I mean, obviously there's loopholes and a whole bunch of things that you gotta go through, but I mean, we're working on it and we're gonna make it.
Yeah,
we're gonna make the most of whatever the situation. Yeah.
And Villanova is a great school.
Oh yeah,
great university.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's legendary.
Yes, absolutely. And it's not. I just think as a whole, to me, I never understood it, and that's because I don't know anything about this stuff. But I never understood. Okay, how is it that the school's making a shit ton of money? And the athlete is not. And then they're saying, well, it's because they're not professional yet. Well, okay, but like you said, the coach is getting paid a lot. So like, you know what I mean? It just, the whole thing doesn't make sense to me.
They try to say, well
I'm going to follow that.
The coach is professional. So the coach is professional and he's coaching non-professionals.
Yeah.
So they're generating money that, I mean, I don't know amateurs that generate billions of dollars. Like I just, what kids do you know that generate that kind of money?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. They don't.
And if they do, guess what?
Yeah.
They're getting paid.
Yeah, absolutely.
They work at Disney. Or
absolutely. So true. No, I think there's going to have to be some work on that. I mean, I really do. I think there's
there
on
was
both
a house
sides.
case that settled, and I think that house case it includes my senior year of college, which would have been the biggest year for me. So like I said, we're going to figure some things out.
Yeah.
And then kind of just move forward from there, take the punches as they go.
Yeah.
And move in the right direction. But like I said, it's all about pushing forward and helping the next generation because it's their time now, man. It's a great time to be a athlete.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a great time to be an athlete.
And why do you say that? Because of the opportunities that are out there and because of things the way they're going? I mean,
because I mean, think about it, because you can not only can you still get a free education and a high quality education, you can get fully compensated for your talents on the court. And a lot of pressures are being lifted off of kids because they're like, look, now I don't have to make it to the NBA to live a decent life, not even just a decent life.
Yeah.
I could do that now at 17 or 18, and I hadn't done it my whole life for some kids.
Yeah.
And then there's some other kids that's just like, well, I've been under my parents for so long, now I get to kind of make my own way.
Yeah.
And how many times have we heard about athletes, they made it to this age and now they're broke?
Yeah. Oh, many times.
But now you can get these young men started early, get them to invest early, get them financial literacy early.
Yeah.
And then now that just further along benefits everybody, especially. So that's why I say it's a great time to be an athlete.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And it's interesting because it makes me think about, there's a guy from Keller Williams who used to be on one of the HGTV or one of those shows, and his name's Jason Abrams. And he had a show that was basically about football players that just got signed like their first year for the NFL. And he would basically been selling them houses. And he said one of the toughest parts was educating them on finances. They would go out and buy this multi-million-dollar home. They'd blow everything they made. And then all of a sudden next year there's an injury. Guess what? All their money's gone. So, there's a lot of it has to do with that. It's educating them. Okay, you might make $1 million, but $1 million is not going to last you the rest of your life. Not in today's world.
And $1 million on paper isn't really $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When the agent gets
there's this guy called the IRS, this Uncle Sam that comes in and grabs a third.
I was about to say, and in the percentage in the bracket that they're in now with the numbers that we've been seeing and hearing about, they're getting taxed in the top percent.
Oh yeah, it's probably 40-some percent.
Yeah. So Uncle Sam
in
is
the acting industry.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing. So let's move on. Let's get back to the positive public speaking kind of stuff. So you're doing like some motivational stuff, public speaking. Is it just to athletes, or is this to just colleges as a whole? Or
nah, this is kind of just to everybody. Business corporations,
awesome.
Like, CEOs, CFOs want me to come in and speak to their company about what it's like to be a part of a dominant team. Finding your role, meeting your moment, because that's what it's really all about. Life is about moments, and just taking advantage of the ones that you're presented.
Love it. You'll have to get us more information on that. That would be good to know, because I'll tell you, we're always looking for keynote speakers and stuff like that for, whether it's Keller Williams regional, Keller Williams, local, or, on a higher level than that. But yeah, it's, and I'll tell you, there's also a couple other places in Reading here that usually like to have people from sports teams come in and actually talk. I think it was Opportunity House, or was it Habitat?
No, it was the GRCA.
Oh, that's that what it was? Okay.
The GRCA.
Yeah, the Greater Reading. Yeah, Greater Reading Chamber, right?
Chamber, right.
Yeah.
We can set
Boys
that
Club.
up.
And the Boys Club, that's it. Olivet's does it.
Yeah, I'm open to all of that. Like I said, it's
Olivet's
about
has
helping
had
everybody
Eagles
out.
players here twice now.
Yeah.
Where they've come in and talked, and you probably knew who it was or when they were here.
I remember one year I had to kiss a pig.
Oh, yeah.
I had to kiss a pig one year.
Hey, only pig
I
I'm
did that
kissing
too.
is
Did
pork.
you? Yeah.
Let me get some bacon. Other than that, no sir.
They're actually not that bad to kiss.
Cool. Yeah, no, it was a good time.
Oh my goodness, that's cool. So what else? Is there anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up? Scott, do you have anything you want to ask him, or Hugo, or?
Well, I just want to comment on, I appreciate your talent, shooting hoops, but your voice, man, you got a unique voice
he's got
too.
a great voice.
I just
Appreciate
hear
that.
from here, man. You can be Morgan Freeman now, or Coach Carter, or something.
He's got you have a very deep.
Next voice of Hard Knocks. Come on, man. We can set that up.
I can see you doing like late night radio too. Like, hey, you want to play this, baby? It's like putting on on the grind stuff.
What was that guy? Was it Mike from Boys to Men?
Oh, the guy that had the real low voice.
Injection fellas.
Yeah. Those guys had good voices. Barry White.
Guys trying to turn me into a late night radio.
That's right.
We'll be like,
I love it.
well, next time we talk to him, we're like, so what happened to him? Oh, he's on this radio station doing really well. He's like late night loving,
Yeah, y'all
whatever
trying
it
to
is.
get me to work during the peak hours. Y'all know y'all asleep, man. I'm gonna ask y'all, y'all hear me? Y'all gonna be like, look, brother, I was in bed.
I was asleep, man. I'm in bed by 9. Forget that. Yeah, no way.
Speaking of voices, you should hear this guy sing.
I
came
appreciate
out to
that.
see him
I
sing one
appreciate
night.
that.
Yeah.
That's not my sister on the wall. That's not my
I got a
sister.
kick out of this picture right here. He told me that was him back then. Now that I know he into this music stuff, I'm in tune.
It's opposite, yeah. That's funny. Well, if there's nothing else we're going to talk about here, I think we're going to wrap it up. And we're going to, I guess, all going to watch the championship games on April 6th and see what goes on there.
I was hoping Villanova would make it, but
I know, man.
this year,
Tough one, but first year back in the tournament after a 3 or 4 year stint. So good first year from Coach Kevin Willard.
Yeah.
So, hopefully we going in the right direction, man.
Awesome.
Get the Cats back where we need to go.
That's cool, man. Well, thanks so much for coming in. I know you were here for a couple days, and you took out some time to come in here today, and I appreciate it. Scott, thanks for having him in here. This is wonderful. And we'll see where things go. Hugo, you're good, right?
Yep, good.
Awesome.
Just, do you have any website still for your public speaking?
Tell us
anything?
how we get in touch with you if somebody wants to do the public speaking.
So my management is morethanbasketball.org.com. You can go on there, and then you can find
More Than Basketball. Say it again.
morethanbasketball.com. You can find my link and then click it, and then if you want to find me on Instagram, it's Kris Jenkins _2.
Awesome.
Man, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. Thanks for being here.
My guy Scott.
All right. That was fun. Kris Jenkins from the Villanova fame, the 4.7-second shot. Unbelievable. That was a lot of fun. All right. That's about it. We'll see you Thursdays at 7 p.m. Please tune in. Thanks a lot. Hey guys, if you're looking to buy or sell a house in Berks County or beyond, let me know. This is Brad Weisman from the Brad Weisman Show. You probably know I'm also a realtor, but I wanted to remind you, if you have any questions or you need anything, please give me a call, 484-256-5836. Thanks.